when you wanna mind the kind of giving hope when they down and out. Dig a hole so deep, ain't no climbing out. Watch it. Yeah, I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say it lonely at the top, but just the best. Don't you see me out here shining, better flex. I hear him talking reckless. I won't even stress. Just kill him softly with my press. Won't even address. They say it lonely at the top.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Packers coming in at 11-3. Going up against the Vikings, who come in at 9-5.
Larry, there's just something that feels right about a snowy day for football in Wisconsin, and that's what we have here on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
Time running out here on the play clock. A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. Bridgewater now on second down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on.
Now a hit and a loose football, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Bridgewater. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out. And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken. On play action, Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd. Playing coverage here. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession. And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Big hold to the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
2nd down, Bridgewater. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be knocked down sideways. Looks to be right around the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right there at the 43. 18 yards there and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Red zone opportunity. They run the counter with Cook. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The quick slant caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And he pushed it right. It's no good. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now the try here for the point after. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you? I agree. Totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. Third down and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He can run. The ball comes out, and the Vikings pick up the football. You know I love football. You know I love the game. I hope so. But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball. Now Cook running right. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on fourth down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Rodgers. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Rodgers to throw on second down. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Here's Rodgers to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting out a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Well, now they'll they'll try the end around. And it's a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. Dashing through the snow. He's at the 50. The 40. He's at the 30. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Packers get a score closer. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
No, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On second down, Bridgewater again. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 22. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Third and short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Back to the ground, Cook. Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now they're...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. It's good, and it's now 35-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Cook following the penalty. And some room to roam now. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. So that one will be accepted. Extra point attempt to come here. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure it's something.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On play action, now Rodgers. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this one down to the 10. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers get a score closer. And he pushed it right. It's no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 23. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They run it again with Cook. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
And he'll bang that one through. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken near the 13. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They run the counter now on first down. And some room to work. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So the offense needing 4 yards. It's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bridgewater to throw it. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch. Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Vikings pick up the football. The big fella, 30, the 20, 10. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The Vikings now heading onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. interception. Their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Get ready! Tiger! Get ready!
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. It's complete to Diggs. 14 yards that time for number 14. Back now at Lambeau. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go! Tiger!
Here's Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Danielle Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. To throw on second down. Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He finds his target, Fuller. A gain of 19 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Rodgers now to throw on second down. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
So he's in for his third score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Breaks a tackle. And some room to maneuver. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Packers get set to go. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got Fuller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Packers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets it away. It's a high hanger. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.